Thank you for joining us on KTN Mid-Morning today. Welcome to the show. My name is Koi. Now, museums provide a unique interactive experience of getting up close to things we usually only see in books, newspapers, or on television. Now, in terms of education, going to a museum can bring what is taught in schools to life by seeing artifacts or paintings. For example, museums are also great places to keep antiques. Now, today we get a lesson in history from the Kapenguria Museum.
Show the world that some of them have been wrong, that some of them have misunderstood us, and it's only by our actions they will know that we mean business.
On December 12, 1963, Kenya finally shrugged off colonial rule and attained its independence through a difficult struggle. The fight for our independence has been documented by many as a way of reminding us of the long and bitter struggle for freedom in the country, while at the same time helping us towards national unity. To preserve the history of our struggle for independence, the National Museum of Kenya has rehabilitated the prison in which the 6 most influential leaders in the fight for freedom were detained.
We have the focused cultural materials, and actually it's our mandate to collect and preserve these materials for the purpose of posterity.
The cells, the ethnographic gallery, and Pokot Homestead provide the foundation of the Kapenguria Museum. The museum was opened in 1993 and is located in Kapenguria town.
The Kapenguria Museum, we've taken the role to show out the history of Kenya and the autobiography of the people who fought for independence in Kenya. Those are, we call them the heroes, starting from Fred Kubai to the last person, Ocheng Oneko. Kapenguria cells, or the Kapenguria 6, came about as a result of the Mau Mau uprising in 1952, when the state of emergency was declared to arrest the culprits that were disturbing the colonial government. In that year, when the letter of arrest was issued, Jomo Kenyatta, being the ringleader, was picked up by Oneko, Kagia, Olngei. They were arrested, they were taken to various camps, and then lastly they were brought in Kapenguria. Now reaching here, they were locked in cells, and then the following day the judgment was entered at
Inside the museum, you will find some portraits of Pokot culture, and within the culture, the cultural portrait in the gallery, you will discover that we have the Pokot who live in islands, and we have the Pokot who live in the plains. And also we have the cultural materials which were taken to Netherlands in 1976 to 79 by a Dutch couple who came here during that time, and they were working here as a medical practitioners. Actually in 1993, the materials were brought here back for exhibition.
The Kapenguria Museum is a piece of history preserved to remind us of our unity and determination in gaining freedom as a nation.
sisters provide a mentorship program for women all over the country. Now, their main aim is to lobby the next generation of influencers of society. And Jogu is still giving us a talk on sources of power. She is a social entrepreneur who not only fights for women's rights, but of all people in general.
My topic today is on the power of sisterhood. And for me, whenever I think about the power of sisterhood, I always remember what Madeleine Albright said, that there is a special circle of hell for women who don't help out other women. We got it? And therefore, it is such a privilege for me to speak at this important forum. And I just want to thank God for this opportunity and the message that I want to share with you. And I also want to thank you, such an amazing audience that is seeking to be better people. And that's why you're constantly attending. So you're constantly seeking to be the best that you are created for. I didn't know that Kathleen would lift my Bible verse and talk about Psalm 139, verse 14. It says, I praise you because I am wonderfully and fearfully created. You must never forget that. I also want to thank you, Njoki, because you have trailblazed for other women leaders in the media and other sectors by providing this powerful platform where women can come and dialogue among sisters so that instead of having to make your own mistakes, you can learn from the mistakes of other people before you. And finally, I want to recognize the presence of my lovely, amazing daughter, Stephanie. This woman inspires me to no end. She holds me to task, to account. She's my biggest fan, but my biggest critique. You know, she holds me to account and to each and every of the words. But most of all, why I love her so much is because we have transcended the relationship from mother to daughter to sister to sister. She is an amazing sister to me. Thank you, Stephanie. Today's topic on sisterhood reminds me of the day I went to visit my mother after my marriage. And after a big marriage, you go back home, you're feeling, hey, you know, you come from your honeymoon, and then you're still looking for your legs to settle down. And we were sitting outside my Geshagi home with my mother, outside on the grass, just having tea in the afternoon. And, you know, she was telling me what a woman does, what is expected, the various roles now that you're married, the various roles that you're going to find that you have to, the responsibilities, the obligations of adulthood, of marriage, and all those. But I'll never forget what she told me. She looked me straight in the eye after so much advice, and she told me, never ever forget your sisters. They will be more important to you as you grow older. No matter how much you love your husband, no matter how much you love your children or the children that God is going to grant to give you in your marriage, you are still going to need sisters. Remember to go places with them now, to do things with them sometimes, and to always keep them close to you. You know, when she said that, I thought she was talking about my other, I come from a family of 7. And I thought she was talking about my other, siblings we were born with. Many years later, I came to realize that what she meant was that she meant all women that I have the privilege of coming to associate with. She did mean my sisters indeed, my blood sisters. But she also meant my girlfriends. She also meant other daughters of other mothers and grandmothers and aunts and nieces and all other women that I'll keep on meeting in my life. Later on, I can say categorically that time indeed does pass, life does happen, distance does separate, children do grow up. You can see I have my 18-year-old there. Jobs come and go. Betty told you I was in the corporate world. As for love, it waxes and wanes. Men don't always do what they are supposed to do or what we think they're supposed to do. Remember, you must always sit in the driver's seat of your life, right? Sometimes hearts break, parents die, colleagues, don't quite get what it is that you're saying. Careers come and end. But sisters, no matter how much time has passed between you and the last time you saw each other, they are never very far from you. When you are very lonesome in that valley where you have to walk alone, the women in your life will be in the depths of that valley with you, holding your hand, walking with you, praying with you, interceding for you, guiding you. They will never abandon you. They wait for you with open hands, not to judge you, but to receive you, and to even sometimes break the rules and come down and fetch you out from wherever it is that you are in. So as we explore this topic together of sisterhood and the power of sisterhood that comes with it, I also want us to talk about what it is that makes us stronger women and what it is that we must stop doing that leads to distraction as individuals, either because we are separated by class, by age, by gender, by any other thing that we have superficially put to come between us and each other. There is a lady I love reading who has written the 7 aspects of sisterhood. She's called Deborah. And in her book, The 7 Aspects of Sisterhood, she says this: women are wonderfully complex people. They are inherently different, both physically and emotionally. We bear children, have different hormones, and are subject to different emotional responses. Contained within her being is a complex mix of characteristics, and she expresses this uniqueness so that she is able to, first and foremost, touch base with herself at her deep core so that she can be true to herself. And then, when she's that authentic person, she's able to be a better sister to somebody else. Because sisterhood is not just about relationships with each other, but relationships with yourself. Believe you me, if you have a negative relationship with yourself, you will have negative relationships with other people. True or not? So that, what is this sisterhood? And what is that power that is associated with it? It is defined as solidarity between women. And I'll come to that, because that can be very, very nebulous. Up there, sometimes you can touch it, sometimes you can't, but we'll come to it. It is also used to describe the connection of women who are not biologically related, but are bonded in solidarity. Girl, who won the world? 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 Girl, what we run the world. Who won the world? Girl.
The Kapenguria Museum was opened in 1993. It's located in Kapenguria town, the site where the 6 most influential leaders in the struggle for independence were once detained. Not only does it preserve a history, but it serves as a reminder of where we came from. Mid-morning at standupmedia.co.ke is where you can reach us. You can also get in touch with us through our Facebook page. It's KTN Mid-Morning, and we do look forward to your feedback, but it's bye for now.